O'Reilly! You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge, just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Hashtag no music, no intro. I know this is a Saints podcast, and I know there's some Falcons fans. They're going to do some things right now. But being that we're Saints fans, we about to rub in the salt. We about to rub in the salt. Don't worry, bro. AK got his criminal court hearing tomorrow. Tomorrow, so, got that. So it's very short-lived. But it's the funny thing about the whole thing is that I had tweeted one of my good friends. I was like, man, I need some spice. Like, I need the Aaron Rodgers news to come out saying that he don't want to go back to Green Bay. Like, I just needed something, right? It's just all this. There's a lot of build-up, a lot of anticipation for tomorrow, a lot of anticipation for free agency next week. And I wasn't really, hearing like something juicy. Then Adam Schefter just drops this shit right on my phone as I'm at lunch getting Popeyes for the first time in forever. Sat down, got my spicy chicken tenders. The bitch said Calvin Ridley was suspended all of next season for betting on NFL games.
Man. It was just crazy because I don't ever remember that happening.
Right, and then Adam Schefter, so a player last year was suspended, but he wasn't on an active roster. He was just in the league. But this is the first time, and I believe the first time in a long time, where a player who was actively on an NFL team was caught betting on games.
Amazing, man. Amazing. And it was just so funny, bro. Like, the shit just hilarious, bro. Using his own phone. He just like, at official Calvin Ridley. Just like,
what nigga was verified, bro.
Verified, man. Like, come on, man. Like, and I ain't even hating on him for gambling because look, there's zillions of people doing it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but
I'm guessing he's probably not the only NFL, not even NFL player, bro. Let's just talk about sports.
Sports in general. Come on, man.
But he the
dumbest though. He one of the dumbest.
Thank you, bro. This man, like, if you gonna do that, right? Get like someone in your family to like make the bet. And the dumbest, he's dumb for two reasons. One, he was dumb for like just having his information and using his information to make those bets. Two, he was betting that the Falcons were going to actually win. I appreciate the loyalty, but like this nigga in his mind thought, I just told them I'm going to step away from the game. Because I need a mental health break, but I'm still going to expect him to compete.
Like I could see, Cordell Patterson prop bets and shit like that. Like, I could see that.
Right.
Come on, bro.
He bet $1,500 on some parlays and ended up losing like $10 million or something like that. Christ, bro. Christ. And then Schefter reports that, like, for like the last couple of days, like I had seen some tweets like the Pats had reached out to the Falcons about him, and then today I saw the Pats and the Browns had reached out to the Falcons about trading for Calvin Ridley. And now as a Falcons team, and then I guess they got wind of this, right?
Yeah.
And when they did that, they basically kind of just poo-pooed and shut down all the trade offers because they knew that, this is likely going to be happening, blah, blah. And I tweeted it, bro, and I get it. I'm glad I'm not a GM because I know it doesn't work this way in the NFL, but if I was a GM of a team, bro, Calvin Ridley would have been traded for a high second round pick. Period. Real quick. And then the team be like, wait, what? He got suspended for a year? And I'm in the draft, and obviously that doesn't work because it's a good old boy network. No one would ever make any trades with me again. But it's just, as just an organization, I was clowning on them, and I was in Twitter battles for them passing on a quarterback last year for a tight end just recently. Just like the last week, I was in Twitter battles with Falcons fans. Now, even though Calvin Ridley was likely not to be on the Falcons this upcoming season, they could have at least gotten like a draft pick for him and could have used that elsewhere on the team. Now,
my question is, since his contract tolls to 2023, I wonder, do they cut him? Like, what if they cut him or not?
That's a good point.
29, 30 years old.
That's a good point. Like, someone tweeted on Twitter, like, his career's over. I'm like, you must be new here.
Oh, man, he's going to be fresh. Legs going to be fresh. His legs are going to be youthful, boy.
Yeah,
I'm like, shit. I call him up. You hear me? Like, shit.
Like, if you're a smart team, I mean, I guess you can't do it now because he's technically suspended. But like, I would trade for him right now. You can't do it,
especially if they cut him like now. They just like terminate his contract or whatever. I'd absolutely. I could have sworn I've seen it like with Josh Gordon, where teams have been like, "Yeah, we signing him when he comes back from suspension."
Yeah, maybe.
I'd do some shit like that, like if he gets released. You know what I'm saying? What
are your thoughts? Because I saw a lot of tweets flying today, and I get the hypocrisy of it, of how. So, because the big reason why Calvin Ridley was found is because one of the conglomerate corporations that the NFL does draft or gambling business with pretty much just outed Calvin Ridley and snitched on him.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts overall, I guess, of how gambling has just infiltrated all the sports, especially most recently the NFL, how the NFL has embraced it. They're making money off of it. But yet there's still like this taboo of players not being able to.
Well, I mean, that's just the thing. That's the thing that's kept them from doing it all these decades, is because it's a fine balance that they have to walk. Because at the same time they're promoting this bet. You know what I'm saying? Promoted by DraftKings and all that shit. Like it's constantly pushing in your face, but at the same time they're telling nope, players can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, not only players can't do it, it's like the worst thing you could ever do ever.
It's like betting on NFL games in terms of like discipline is worse than DV, worse than child abuse, drugs, anything, bro. You bet on games.
Only thing worse than players betting on games if it came out that referees were betting on games.
Yep.
That would destroy the league. Destroy it.
The integrity would be gone.
Like, to the point where I don't think they'd ever, if they found it out, they wouldn't even put it out there. They wouldn't even release that information, bro.
No, because then no one would in theory watch the product. Like, because it's like the game's already decided. Like, the referees are deciding who's going to win. Like,
I damn near quit NFL football because of Bill Vinovich.
Yes,
and that's without knowing about bets or whatever. Now, if it came out that it was, involved betting, oh man, I'd be done with it, bro. Like, I could not watch the game, bro.
No, absolutely done.
So they got to walk that balance because I'm talking. I mean, it's fucking. It's so easy. It's not like you got to go into a casino and go.
Easy, bro. Easy.
It's on the app and just and you right there. It's so fucking easy, bro.
And if you're not in a state, like, so I could do like the fantasy football thing, and because that's allowed in like California, but like I can't bet, like I can't make like parlay bets, I can't make prop bets or anything like that. But that doesn't mean that there's not a person that I know that's in a state that I can't hit up, send them my money, whatever, right? Like it's easy.
You could shoot right down to Vegas and put your bets in. You can do whatever, you know.
Bruh, we going to Vegas next month, and I'm already telling my girl there's some bets about that drive that's looking kind of sexy.
I gotta look into that.
Mike, I look that up, bro. You get in on Wednesday, the draft on Thursday? Shit, bro.
You stay an extra week in that month.
I'm just saying, bro. I already talked to her about it. She already know so to this day, and I wish I was like in Vegas when this happened. The 2017 draft. That was probably like the last draft I was super, super plugged into, like anything related to the draft. I listened and I soaked it up, right? I was at her place. We're watching it. I didn't have my phone. Every pick 1 through 10, I nailed them. Like that Bengals off the wall, John Ross pick at 9, nailed it. Mike Williams to Chargers, nailed it. And like she was just looking at me like, you are sick. So I have plugged into this draft quite a bit more than I have in past drafts, especially because like this draft is so important for the Saints. But I'm saying, bro, we're gonna be in Vegas. We getting there like a day before the draft. We're gonna be in I'm just saying, we might have to make a little come up out in Vegas, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's it.
I'm down, Will.
But it's I see the hypocrisy of it, but I will say to the people who like Mike Florio's trying not to make he's trying to make it like not be a big deal, and I'm like, Mike, you can't be that dumb, bro. like you can't be that dumb to not understand why an active player who's on an NFL team, regardless if he was away from the team or not, like just the optics of a player betting on their own sport and luckily, he was betting that the Falcons were going to win, bro. Could you imagine if the news came out if he was betting for the Falcons to lose?
Man.
And he had already decided to take a mental health break and left the rest of the season?
I mean, think about it as a player. If you know the backup quarterback is going to start this week, but the coach is like, the coach is playing it safe and trying to be like, oh, no, our starters,
The old Sean Payton thing, bro.
No, Sean Payton. You know how Sean Payton do. You don't know who's starting until Friday.
Yep.
Now imagine if you're a player in the building, you got that inside information. And, let's be honest, the real hardcore insiders in Vegas, that's how they get this information. They know who's, they got contacts with the teams just like Adam Schefter got contacts with the team.
Bro, when those spreads be coming out and they like, you be like, what do these niggas know that we don't know about this
You start seeing the money line change and all that stuff at the last minute. It's like, okay, come on, man. These dudes, this is multi-billion-dollar industry, bro. So it's fascinating, man. I'm glad gambling is a part of the NFL because it's always been a part. It's just not official. It's just that, so I like that it's added to the game. I don't gamble. I have yet to gamble at all. It's not legal yet here in Alabama. If I was in Louisiana, I'd probably be betting a little more, but I just hate losing money. But I hate it. I lose $20. I'd be like, fuck.
Bet up, bro. When I fucked up my bet, that prop bet the Super Bowl, and T. Higgins got 100 yards, and I thought I had told Todd that I wanted the 100 yards, but I told him I wanted 110, and not a single pass went his way the rest of the game, bro. I sent him $50. $50. Like, gas is like $5.20 a gallon here right now, bro.
Don't get me started.
So I get it. To people who out there who are just degenerates and just like good for y'all, because I know when it hits, I'm sure it is absolutely amazing and enthralling, and that is a euphoric feeling. But when that shit does not hit, no. But enough Falcon slander for now. We got to talk about tomorrow's tag deadline day. Two things I want to hit on kind of hard with you this episode is there's just a lot of noise. We talked about it a little bit last episode, but like we got to really talk. There's a lot of noise, bro, that Marcus Williams might not be back. And I wish I could understand it better. Is just the overall arching thing that I have, because we've been Saints fans long enough to know how this works, right? And I tweeted about it a little bit earlier. Mickey has his number.
That's it.
Mickey has his number. Now that number got skewed when Jamal Adams signed that contract extension in Seattle. It threw everything off kilter for Marcus and the Saints. Mickey has a number.
I promise you, it's the same number it was last January. It's the same number.
And if you're Marcus and you're Marcus' agent, and you saw that Jamal Adams got $18 million from Seattle, you are a much better player, period, than Jamal Adams. Period. I don't care what anyone says. You're a better player than him. Your starting point is I need at least that. At least that. Right? We're gonna pretend. So let's say the number was like 13 mil that Mickey had for Marcus last January. So now let's say Marcus, this is all examples, people. So please don't come back and like, these are hypothetical examples. So let's say that number is 18.5 mil. That's a gap of like $5.5 million. That's a hard gap to close.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard gap to close. In the past, what typically the Saints do, there's a number. If it doesn't work out, that free agent leaves, and the Saints have their plan B. Carl Nicks, that was kind of like they just offered him late. But Carl Nicks, he went to Tampa Bay, backup plan, Ben Grubbs. Mark Ingram, they had a number, didn't work out. Mark Ingram's agent kind of fucked him over. Went to Baltimore, boom, let me give me Latavius Murray. That's the same number that we offered Mark Ingram. There's this feeling I have that if it doesn't work out with Marcus and he leaves as a free agent, if he does leave, I don't know what. I think maybe you said it. Just seems like the Jets just seem to be like the perfect team for him.
Yeah,
whatever. Got plenty of cap space. Will play in solid defense. Whatever. Anyway, he goes to wherever he goes to. And maybe the way they see it is that if we can bring in Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu at a contract that is digestible to us, bring back PJ Williams, then maybe the combination of Tyrann Mathieu plus PJ Williams essentially will equal one Marcus Williams in terms of production and contracts and money and all that. I don't know if it's going to work out that way, but one thing I do know is that if Marcus leaves after Trey left last season, and then maybe Tyrann leaving this season or this offseason, which if Tyrann left and they didn't want to get involved with that, I would understand it more so than the Marcus part. I get part of it, the cap, and the cap was flat due to COVID, and that really fucks up how they run things for our team. It just completely throws it off. It threw it off skelter, bro, because you can kick the can down the road continuously when the salary cap continues to increase. But that bitch went flat for like a year and a half, and that throws everything off.
That threw everything off, man.
So I guess,
theoretically they could tag him again, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because of the cap constraints.
So can we talk about that? Like, okay, so for him to be tagged again, he basically would get like his cap number ish, whatever, would basically be he gets 120% of his first franchise tag. So I think his franchise is $12 million. So multiply 20% on top of that. Am I doing that right math wise? Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, I believe that'd be right.
And I promise you, what Loomis is saying to him is, if we tag you twice, that would be $22 million over 2 years. So it's $11 million a year. I'm offering you $13 million a year. And
Talk about it.
I'm guessing these numbers, but just putting it out there. I'm offering you $13 million a year, more than you'll be tagged. You want $17, $18 million a year? We can't do that. And from that position, I understand. As much as it would hurt to lose Marcus Williams, and it would hurt, like it would cause the defense. Like the defense would be measurably worse if he leaves. But man, 17, 18 million, middle safety is like
for middle safety. Let's also, when we put it into context, they got CD on the way. They got Eric McCoy on the way. They got to maybe decide what they want to do with Marcus Davenport. Do they extend him? Here's a perfect question, and we'll go back to the Marcus thing real quick. Perfect question, though. If you're the Saints, and this will be super fucking risky, by the way. Now, I'm not saying I would advocate this, but I'm saying if you're the Saints, you go to Marcus Williams Marcus Davenport and his representatives right now and say, okay, you're about to play on your 5th-year option, but let me offer you this. It's one of these like early contract extensions where it's more team friendly, but like, it guarantees the player money. It may be lesser than their value. And then maybe in a year or two, like people are going to be like, oh, I can't believe the Saints have Marcus Davenport on such this number. But with his injury concerns, and the Saints would have offered you, let's say, I don't know, it's a 3-year, 4-year contract extension. Would you take a step back and say, oh, shit, I got to really think about this? Or would you just say, I won't bet on myself and I'm just going to play out the 5th-year option?
Or, look, I mean, his cap, Marcus Davenport's cap is about $10 million this year. I'd go to him and say, look, let's renegotiate your contract, add a ghost year on with just the lowest cap number, and guarantee that $10 million to him. Guaranteed. All you got to do is add this ghost year, void it at the end of the season. So you'll still be a free agent.
Right.
But he's just getting his money up front. So it'll spread his cap hit out of that $10 million. And that gives you that wiggle room to where maybe you can franchise tag Marcus Williams again just to hold him.
To get maybe a long term deal.
Or he just plays under again another year. He won't like it. He'll hold out of camp and all that stuff. Or hold out the off season or whatever. But so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the game you would probably have to play. Or if you just want to be just straight up and be like, keep that number there, maybe tick it up a little bit before free agency hits to see if he bites. And if not, let him test the free market, see what hits. Maybe, another team doesn't really go crazy, but man, come on, bro. We know they got some thirsty teams out here.
Thirsty, bro.
Ready to drop 15, 16 million, 17 million. You know what I'm saying? Easy, bro.
So my second question is more of like and I've been thinking about this because I just don't know schematically how it would work, right? Let's say, I'm just saying, like, if they go, this is all hypothetical. It's not any inside knowledge, but there's just been again, what we've talked about on this podcast, if you're as a fan, there's a lot of smoke, just billows of fucking smoke coming. There's probably some type of fire to it somewhere. There's a lot of smoke about this whole Tyrann Mathieu coming to New Orleans. So football schematically, if they let Marcus Williams go, they bring in Honey Badger. I would assume you at that point they'd have to bring back PJ. Like you can't,
right.
you can't have.
He's not a single high.
No,
free safety.
He's not. He can play it, but it's not his best position. So then at that point, are they gonna make Malcolm Jenkins a June 1st cut candidate? You move Honey Badger into strong safety. You have PJ to play free. You got CD. You could do like the 3 safeties. Just football schematically. I just want to know how it would work is what I'm asking.
I think either one, they'll bring back PJ, or 2, they don't bring back PJ and just have Malcolm Jenkins and Tyrann and play a lot of 2 high, or put Malcolm Jenkins. The problem is you don't really have any true single high free safeties if you do that. You know what I'm
and then if your plan is Malcolm at free, Tyrann at strong, or interchangeable, I guess. Like that's some 2 older ass safety, and older ass safeties.
No, you old. You've aged.
You're
going from a 25-year-old healthy. I mean, that's the one thing that you got to look at. Marcus Williams, man, like his availability has been outstanding. I know he's missed like 1 game here or there, but overall, his availability is a huge, just a huge addition. He's always there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another thing you got to factor in. Where Tyrann Mathieu, he's been injured quite a bit. Malcolm Jenkins is long in the tooth now. You know what I'm saying? So that it's just all the things you got to factor in when you're thinking about what to do with Marcus Williams. I just hate that. I just know the Saints, man. Like once it gets this long in the negotiation,
you already know, bro.
You already know what's up. You already know.
Okay. My next question is: how shocked would you be if it gets reported tomorrow that Marcus Williams got the tag?
Got the what? The tag?
Franchise tag.
I'd be pretty shocked. But not like blown away, like, oh, I can't believe it. But because I was kind of shocked last year when they did it.
Oh, I was. Oh, I definitely was. I was surprised.
I was like, oh, they actually because they just don't tag much. Like, they just don't do it. They definitely don't tag 2 years in a row. Like, they never do. Never. So I'd be pretty shocked, man. Like, because they usually do just like what you said. Like, they put the contract out there, stay at that number. It doesn't go right, they move on. They go to the next player on their little cloud list. They have all the grades lined up with the free agents, and they go to the next player and say, I'll offer him the contract now.
Something I would do. This is a sneaky move I would do. Okay. I don't know where he is health-wise, because this is a big factor. But if your plan is to move on from Marcus because it just doesn't work out financially, assuming his health is good, I'd see what was up with Marcus May.
Yeah.
Former Jet safety. At times, he played great for the Jets, and then he got franchise tagged last season, just like Marcus Williams did, and then he got a season-ending injury at some point in the season. I guess my point I'm making is that as a fan, schematically, Honey Badger and Malcolm at the safety spots, that's a lot. That's some old legs, bro. some old legs. And I'll say this too, like, who did Greg? Oh, it was Nate Tice who kind of made this point when he was on the NFL podcast talking about Greg Rosenthal's 101 free agency list, in that Mathieu in Kansas City, like he knew, like he had the luxury of playing with Patrick Mahomes. Like, you know, and I'm not saying like defensive players do this all the time, but it's like, well, you know, if I really don't go hard on this play, maybe I got 15 on the other side, come in, you know, he'll take care of things, bro. We go to the playoffs, we go to the AFC Championship game. I might need to go hard all the time. He comes here, we don't know who the quarterback is right now.
Every blade, brother. We need every blade defended, bro.
Covered, bro.
And that's the thing about him. He's always been that type of player. You know, he gambles a little bit.
Yep.
Freelancers.
Yep.
Freelancers. And that's fine, you know, depending on the type of defense you run. But it would take, whatever would happen, it would take Dennis Allen. He's going to change things. He's going to have to change things up. He can't run what he's normally running.
No, not at all.
Just can't, man. Like he would have. I've talked about it on that part. He would have Mark. You could put up all 22, and they're all. If it's 3rd and 8 or whatever, Marcus Williams is down there by himself, just solo, just
it, bro.
Just on the holler, like you just make sure nothing get past you. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't see those players coming out of college like you used to, man. You just don't. You know, you have to project it because everything in college is like bubble screen left, bubble screen right.
Yep.
So they just don't have to play like that. Like they just don't.
Yeah, I mean, they're built differently. They have different playing styles. But like Kyle Hamilton in this upcoming draft, he made a ridiculous dog, and he made like a ridiculous Marcus Williams type of like play this past season before he got hurt, where he just ate up so much field to make an interception. It was absolutely fucking insane.
Easy. I watched one game in my life. It's easy.
Yeah, you like, and he's going top 5, top 6. Like we don't need to even. Anyway, give me a percentage that you think that Marcus Williams will not be on the team next season.
Would not be on the team. Well, the way I'm feeling today,
give me the day right now.
Well, I feel today, I think it's about a 60% chance he won't be a Saint.
So you're not feeling? I'm thinking it's 70 right now, bro.
I'm just saying it's more than likely. I don't think he's gonna be a Saint.
Yes, yeah. I'm the same. I'm just getting that sense, bro. He posted
a story on IG or something with the
the
clock,
the countdown, bro.
I'm like, oh man, this dude out of here, bro. He's ready to roll out, man. Which I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really gotta stop and just understand players that sometimes, man, like we want players to be like us, like fans, to be like just loyal to the team and just want to be at one place all their life. Man, these are young dudes, you know, at the prime of their life with money. They want to see greener pastures. They want to work. Do you want to work at the same place every day? Like, not everybody want to do that.
I was just about to ask you, like, the same fans that want players to stay with the same team. Sometimes they want a better job, or they want a pay increase, or they want a change.
Move. They want to move. They're like, I'm tired of New Orleans. I want to go, to LA. I want to go to, wherever, Virginia, Atlanta, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to do that too. They talk to other players in the league. You know, I'm just saying they might have fun. Marcus Williams might have fun in New Orleans, but he's like, damn, they lit over there in LA with the Rams. I could see him over there. I could see him with the Falcons. I could see him with the Chargers. I could see him partnered up with Derwin James. I could see him all over the place, man.
Yeah,
like I would second that. If it was like the Jets or something, that'd just be like a pure money play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which I also get. Like if you want to just cash out, do it.
Absolutely. This free agency, it's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be something, and then it was reported. I don't know who actually reported the information, because U Stadium took that information and like they were like an aggregate account. But what have you. It was reported that, I guess on Friday, the Saints were doing a lot of heavy research into the wide receivers at the combine, and that they do intend to be in the mix for free agency wide receivers, but like the lower tier free agents, wide receivers, Zay Jones, AJ Green, all the people who are on the list are kind of failing me right now. I sent it to you, and I was just like, man, give me two of these guys. I don't care. I don't care.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. They are going to sign a wide receiver in free agency. I don't know who, but it's going to be,
okay, so real quick,
Emmanuel Sanders.
It was Jamison Crowder, Zay Jones, AJ Green, and Will Fuller could be in play. Yeah.
It's going to be like an AJ Green or a Zay Jones. Or somebody like that, or Crowder. I think they were interested in Crowder.
Yeah, when he was last year. Yeah. I could see it's gonna be somebody like that. Somebody's not gonna break the bank. It's get a pretty penny, and they're gonna draft a wide receiver in the second or third round. So you saying it's not gonna happen in the first? That's done for you.
I don't think it's gonna happen to them if they sign a free agent wide receiver. If they sign a free agent wide receiver, that's them going after a must. Gotcha. And if they go after a must, they won't draft a wide receiver. And I started thinking about that. Nick pulled out an article today, Nick Underhill. Plus, I've seen he tweeted about the RES scores. And there isn't a wide receiver in this draft with the RES score over 8. All of them are under 8. And we talked about it last season with the Saints and those RS scores. Like, they only draft 9 and ups, bro.
So weird.
Regardless, they only draft 9 and up, and they're so the fact that there aren't any wide receivers with a 9 and up RS over an 8, they've never drafted under 8 in the first round, especially since Jeff Ireland been here ever. So I just don't see them with all the other players that'll be like, Jordan Davis and there's all kind of players, offensive linemen. Now we'll see Dalton. I have to keep saying Dalton. Drake London and I forgot who else. I don't think they're going to hit that mark either.
No, Drake London. No, I couldn't see him hitting that mark. I just couldn't. Jameson. Williams.
Jameson Williams, I mean, we just don't know. Like, I'm sure he would hit all those marks. I think he would be the one, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But I don't think they're going wide receiver in the first, bro. Like, that shit really cemented it for me. Because they really do stick to those analytics. I'm not saying that's all they go is, because they, I think Sheldon Rankins was the only one that went under 9. But that was it. Everybody else was 9 and over, bro. I think they really do stack their draft board due to that score.
Which is partly, like, there's a small part of me that understands it, and then the other part of me who's, like, a strictly watcher of someone who just pay attention to the fucking film. Like, if you just watch the tape. Like, it is absolutely funny that we're talking about this, because literally this past weekend, my girl, who is a big football fan to a degree and a huge stats nuts, like, she just gets annoyed about the combine. Just everything about it. She just can't stand it. Because, like, for her, she just doesn't get – she's just like, just watch the tape. Because, like, what is the combine going to show you or tell you that you don't already know that you see on tape? And I try to explain it, like, sometimes you're just confirming, like, this athlete is as good as an athlete that you saw when you watched him on film.
Yeah. And
she was just like, but why do you need that? And, I even said, like, if you haven't, like, because she works in science and medical field, it's like you have a hypothesis. If your hypothesis is that this player is good, then if that player has a good combine, you're just getting more evidence towards like to prove your hypothesis. And she just didn't want to hear it. She just like, it's irrelevant. Just study the tape.
I mean, perfect example is like Caden Hutchinson and I think was it Thibodeau?
Thibodeau, yes.
It's like I think Thibodeau destroyed the combine. I think it was him.
No, Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson did.
No, Hutchinson had a solid combine.
Yeah, you're right.
He ran like a 4.78. He had a nice cone. It was nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't like, ooh, this athletic phenomenon, whatever. But then there's Thibodeau, or it could be the other guy. I can't remember his name. Destroyed the combine. But Hudson had the better tape. Purely the better tape. Like the dude has hand moves, has the full plethora of what you want in the defensive end and the pass rush edge.
Right.
So it's like, what do you want? Like, do you want the just athlete? Like, this dude is a freak. Or do you want the guy who is a good athlete, but, it's like, damn, he's not the greatest athlete. He's a good athlete, but he's not the greatest. But he does have the tool set. He does have all the moves and all this stuff. And that's the argument. Like, me personally, give me the tools. Like, the tools sustain over time. That's the players that last 10, 11 years and just play consistently over time because they understand the moves and all that stuff. And they work hard. Look, we don't know how hard these guys actually work or whatever, but from what you hear of the guys that like actually like love the game, they just eat, sleep, and shit football and all that.
Yeah.
Like that's the dudes that really like end up Hall of Famers in the NFL. And then you got your athletes. We've seen so many fucking freaks come through the league.
So many, bro.
They either end up bust or they end up being, good solid players. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, they're fine. You know what I'm saying? But just never achieve. Look at Clowney.
That's a good point.
Everybody thought Clowney was, he made that one play. I saw that play on repeat so much in my life.
So many times, bro.
And the dude has yet to have double-digit sacks in the league. Good player, though. Good player.
That's wild.
Yet to have double-digit sacks. So it's like, how do you? I don't know. Like that's what the draft, man. Like it's just the love of the unknown. Like just the tease of these athletes, which is like you saw Jordan Davis, man. Like this dude was like this is a freak, man. This dude 341. This dude my size, 341
insane,
pounds,
bro. Insane.
And jumping 10 feet out the building, like just like what the hell.
Could you do that?
Like, hell no. I'll be like Colleen Wolf. Colleen Wolf barely getting off the ground.
I have this aversion about drafting defensive tackles. I've had it ever since Jonathan Sullivan, bro. Just
hey.
Just PTSD. Like I was okay with the Sheldon Rankins pick, or yes, sorry, not Sheldon Rankins, Cedric Ellis. I was okay with
you were not okay with Rankins.
No, I fucking was not. I was okay with the Cedric Ellis pick. Thought he had a decent career. Was led a football Super Bowl defense that won a Super Bowl. Did not like Sheldon Rankins. All that rambling to say, and I'm watching him right now. So as we're recording this podcast, I got YouTube up on my curved gaming monitor, and I'm watching Jordan Davis play against Florida. What are your thoughts about drafting hypothetically Jordan Davis at 18 if he's there?
Now, listen, I have not studied him in depth other than, watching a couple Georgia games and seeing. I've seen when he's able to rush as a gap penetrator, he a freak, man. Like the dude is a freak. Like I think he's gonna be a problem. But he just got that defensive tackle stank on him for me, man. Like it's
yes, bro, keep him away from me. Keep him away from me.
I don't trust him, man. I don't trust those dudes.
I was against the Saints drafting Christian Barmore in the first last year. Was I wrong? Absolutely, was wrong. Yep. Christian Barmore was great, much better than who first was. But I get it, man. It's just that defensive tackle just And I'm watching Jordan Davis right now going against Florida, and like it's funny because we were just having this conversation about like tape and like combine. Like that though, what he did at combine is not pairing with his tape.
I know. That's why it was such a shock.
Right. It's not adding up to me. Now, is he going to get drafted a lot higher because of what he did at the combine? Yes. Absolutely. But his tape, I'm not seeing it, and I'm just watching just snaps. That's it. I want to talk to you about this. We talked about the secondary to start. I want to go back to the secondary. What the hell do these dudes do about Bradley Roby?
And he's under contract, right?
Yeah, he's in the contract.
And I would have sworn they would have either tried to cut him or try to renegotiate a contract or something.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I would like to keep him, but just for depth purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like just having good corners. So I would like to keep him somehow, some way.
I think he has an actual like cap number of like $10 million for next year.
It's like a big cap number. Probably, I would bet you they already structured that shit.
You think so?
We just don't even do it. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Like, no way they're gonna carry that. No way.
No, there's no way. There's no way at all. At all. So if they're able to keep Bradley Roby at a number that makes sense, I'm completely okay with that. What are your thoughts just in general? Because as more news comes out, maybe free agency didn't appear to be as pretty spicy, but man, the Cowboys asking DeMarcus Lawrence to take a pay cut, and if you don't take a pay cut, I don't know, bro. Because usually when a team asks you to take a pay cut, if you say no, your ass is usually gone.
Oh yeah, no, that's spicy.
If they cut, and for any Saints fan, listen to this. Listen. As Kanye said in the skit, we broke, we ain't got it. We ain't got it. So don't even ask a dumb question.
You offload, 2 firsts, man. Man.
His name changed back to 2 firsts when you start talking about the Marcus Lawrence, bro.
I'm just saying, if you ain't going, if 2 firsts there for 1 year, it's like, I don't know. You can talk yourself into it.
That would be just I won't say fascinating, but just think how quickly things change in the NFL, man. We would,
man.
Just like you said, it's like, the Cowboys, they kept their core together. They kept Dak. They kept Amari, Zeke, DeMarcus Lawrence. Bro, they for sure are going to cut Amari, and they might cut DeMarcus Lawrence. Bro, it changed so fast.
That quick, bro. Remember when they had like the best offensive line in the league?
Oh my goodness.
Ron Smith old now.
Old, bro. Old. And then Leighton Vander Esch, remember he had like one of the best rookie linebacker seasons we saw. Like he's a free agent this year, I believe.
That's crazy.
Because they declined his 5th-year option.
That's crazy. I really want to know what happened there, man. Because that
just
dude looked outworldly for that rookie season.
it was the neck injuries, bro. Neck injuries.
But he doesn't even play well anymore. Like it's not like he
right.
Like
Right. I don't know, man.
And what happened to his running mate?
Jalen Smith?
Jalen Smith. Where he at?
He out the league, man. I guess that drop foot finally caught up to him.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm guessing that would be my guess. Is that drop foot eventually caught up to him. Would you trade for Cole Beasley?
Yeah. Yes. Like, don't ask me questions about wide receivers, bro. Yes. Absolutely take Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
Pandemic over, baby. You ain't know. COVID over.
I mean, the NFL got rid of their COVID protocols. Cole Beasley, welcome him just fine.
Cole Beasley is a good wide receiver, man.
Oh, absolutely. He would be. I mean, he would be a good slot. I mean, it's his primary position is a slot, but we need anything, bro. We need
anything, man.
Anything.
Him, MT, and a rookie or two. Come on now. Deontay Harris. Yes.
This Packers Aaron Rodgers fucking drama.
Oh,
I think big emphasis on think. I think we get an answer tomorrow because that's like the deadline day, and that's kind of like the day that they have to have a. They
haven't tagged Deontay Harris yet. I mean,
not yet. Adams. No.
That's interesting.
The deadline's tomorrow.
No way they let him hit the market, right?
No. I think even if they don't plan it, let's say Aaron Rodgers say, you know what, I'm out. I want to go to Denver, blah, blah. I think the Packers still tag Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams. And then if they don't plan to keep him, you probably get enough. I don't know. How old is Devontae Adams?
29, 30. Gotta be.
I mean, he's literally the best wide receiver in football. Would you, if you're because I forgot who reported it, but they were saying that if he were to get traded, the teams that really would try to get his services would be the Raiders, and I believe it was Jacksonville, if memory serves correctly. Bruh.
Patriots, man.
So what?
Surprised the Patriots not.
Good point. So I guess the question is, if you're those teams, are you willing to give up a first round? Because what would you be giving up for Devontae Adams? Would it be a first, and then you got to pay him?
I think if you pick it in the late first, yeah.
Yeah. So like the Raiders who made the playoffs, they give up their first round pick, and then
I'll do that in a heartbeat.
And then you're what he wants is he wants 30.
Ain't that his old teammate? Ain't that did he play at Fresno?
Yep. I don't know if they played at the same time, but they went to the same school.
Oh, okay. I'd make that in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah. Because then your wide receiver core becomes Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the winning move.
I think him and MT might fist fight to make it happen. I mean, obviously the money we couldn't make it work because
Would you want? I know you asked me not to ask you about wide receivers. It looks like Mike Williams gonna get tagged as we're talking about tags. Would you want Allen Robinson, bro?
I want him, man. I don't see why people don't want him. I know he went through. He's weird, but yes, man. I
guess my question is for what he's going to command in the open.
I got to see what he going to command, man. I don't know if he going to get paid like he want to get paid.
Don't think so?
I don't know. But I wouldn't know. I couldn't pay him like ridiculous money. Like I couldn't pay him double digits.
I think he's gonna want close to that though. When you say double digits, you mean like 20 mil, or you mean like 15 mil? Like you just saying double digits, period?
Yeah, I don't know if I love any of these free agency wide receivers enough to just really blow up, over 10 million for a lot of these guys. Maybe Mike Williams.
I don't think he's in the market. I think he going.
Nah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the dudes that's going to hit the market is just like, I don't know. I rather just kind of play my role in the draft. If you do go free agency, try to find some upscale goodwill. The goodwill stuff that don't make it to the rack, that the workers steal before they make it to the rack. Let's catch you one of them, you know what I'm saying?
As someone who has done community service at the Goodwill, that is fucking hilarious. The last big thing story we gotta address before we get out of here is I don't remember if it was Jeremy Fowler, one of the fucking ESPN guys. I don't know. It's been a long day. I worked a long day today, guys. I apologize. But yeah, it just became like the fucking game of like telephone reporting. He just kind of said that during the combine, like one of the wildest rumors, potentially the Saints kicking the tires on Jimmy Garoppolo, might be interested in trading for him, blah, blah. And then the report just made it come out to say, like, the Saints are interested in trading for Jimmy Garoppolo. It just got, like, the fucking just meaning of what he even reported got fucking twisted around. We've talked about it on the show. That would, and if it happens, we gotta do an emergency podcast on it. I want to go off, bro. I'm gonna go off. Because these niggas would trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, and then at 18, absolutely would not take a wide receiver and try to. He'll probably take offensive line at a tackle to replace Tyrann and try to like win games with no backup running back right now. AK gonna miss games. Jimmy Garoppolo will be handing off to fucking Tony Jones Jr. With a rookie left tackle, Ramchick, Reese, and McCoy. With Jimmy Garoppolo missing Mike Thomas on the field, bro.
Mike Thomas in the news.
If they say straight for Jimmy Garoppolo, man, I need Mike to fight him in practice, bro. So, all that said, I said this. If it does happen, if it's a fourth, it's just one of those things as fans, we just got to be like, all right, I guess. But that would be the coup de grace, if you will, on this entire offseason, from the coaching search to everything. That would just be the kiss, the mwah, to just the bow. Just wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Jimmy G, bro.
9 wins. That's it.
Oh, I'll say this.
Gonna be starting because he gonna get hurt.
One thing I will say, I'm not gonna give this a big reason, is that he was hurt and this man about to trade for a quarterback covered off shoulder surgery, or we're gonna have a quarterback that's coming off a torn ACL, bruh.
Yeah, I mean it's poverty, bruh.
Oh shit! This is terrible. Which is why I really think whoever, if it's Jameis, if it's Jimmy G, if they trade for a fourth for Jimmy G, whatever. That if Kenny Pickett is there at 18, bruh, I'm not saying he's going to be, but if Kenny Pickett starts to drop, Malik drops a little bit, like they gotta do what they gotta do to go get their quarterback, bruh. It's a must. I know how thirsty we are for wide receiver. I get it, but if Kenny Pickett, Malik start dropping, they get past like 11, right? Because that's like the spot, right? With the Commanders or whatever. They get past 11. You gotta be calling. You gotta be calling. It's a must.
Gotta be.
Because this shit, fucking arguing with Jameis Colt on Twitter and Jimmy G missing, like, I would want to know who the pro personnel scouting guy is for the Saints if they traded for Jimmy G, bro.
I'll just say, I assume they're doing work on him. They got to do work on him. Got to see, is he available?
Yes.
Check on them. I mean, because they don't have a quarterback. So you got to do work on them because at some point they're going to have a quarterback. I'm sure Jameis is maybe number 1, number 2 on the list. But what if you don't get Jameis? So you got to have all your decks in a row as an NFL team. You got to have your list and what it'll take to make the list happen. So I think they're just doing work. I don't think they're in love with Jimmy G or nothing like that.
No, I don't get that sense either.
I just do think he's like, if there's a top 5 list that they have, he's probably on that list. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere on the top 5, top 6.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So, I mean, it's just the poverty we in, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you looking at the bottom of the barrel, like, oh, what can we get here? You know what I'm saying? I'm like your last chance. The little Amazon place. on $3 deal, whatever, you just dig it through.
You know what's like, bro? We was talking about this earlier, bro. This is next level shelf, baby. We on the bottom, bro.
The bottom.
Whatever ingredients we got, bro.
Whatever we got left.
We looking up. Oh, they got filet up there. They got wagyu.
Like tilapia. Make some work. Make that tilapia slap.
With that, no more.
I wanted to throw something out. I wanted to mention it on the last one.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a perfect closing.
No, but just listening to Dennis Allen, Jeffrey Ireland, and Mickey Loomis, nobody mentioned Taysom Hill. Like, not even mentioned as like he's a quarterback on the roster. And like not even giving him like just official coach speak or nothing, I think that's one thing now that Sean's out the building, bro. It's over. It's gone. Like he lost his one and only cheerleader.
That's it, bro. Gave him that pat on the back. Say, hey, buddy.
To the point, I don't even know if he's number 2 anymore, bro. I don't think he has that guy on the team.
Mm-mm. So we. This is a friend asked me this question recently, and at first I deflected and I said, no, I still think it's the AFC South. But can the NFC South be the absolute worst division of football this upcoming season, bro?
Hell yeah, easy. Especially if like the Bucks don't do nothing, Yeah. Easily.
Bruh.
I mean, Matt Ryan would be the best quarterback in the division.
Yes.
So it just tells you right there.
Well, we shall see what happens tomorrow. If any,
when free agency start, man?
It starts. It's either on the 15th or the 16th. I know this. Well, I need to know exactly the day because I'm already Like I already told you, bro. I'm already telecommuting that day, bro.
Working from home, bro.
Working from home, bro. Not going to the office. Yeah, answering emails, but nah, can't. Nah, I won't get no work done.
The way it works now, we should be getting news like 2-3 days before that.
Usually, especially if Schefter finds out, Schefter don't give a shit. So the new league year starts on March 16th.
Okay.
So that is next Wednesday. Just go ahead and circle that. This is interesting. James White, I'm saying this is interesting just because I literally just fucking pulled up. James White, the running back who played for the Patriots for the longest time, he got a hip injury in last season and missed the rest of the season. He's gonna be a free agent this offseason, this free agency.
I'll bring him in.
Just a little thing. Bring him in. Kind of could play the AK role while AK, probably serving his suspension. Like we talked about on our earlier show, sounds like Rashawn, like the Seahawks aren't going to get into a bidding war for Rashawn Penny. That's a sneaky little running back I would love the Saints to bring in. I think your James Conner thing that you talked about was still amazing. Bro, I'm looking at my cat right now. He sees his reflection and it's fucking hilarious. They just have a lot of holes. They have a lot of holes, especially on offense. We'll get some answers soon. If for whatever reason they do tag Marcus Williams, we'll do not an emergency podcast, but we'll talk about it tomorrow on an episode. But until then, we'll touch in bases here and there, but we will sure be locked and loaded for next Wednesday. Whew. I just want more spice to keep coming, bro. We got a little bit today with Calvin Ridley. Just keep that spice coming. I need it.
Man.
With that, we're gonna get out of here. We are the tilapia of the NFL. Skirt steak, ground chicken. Might not be what everyone reaches.
Leg quarters out this bitch.
Like we right now, if there's a meat raffle, like we're not even including the meat raffle, bro. Nah. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Thank everyone for all your guys' support. We appreciate y'all. We'll for sure be back with free agency and everything picking up. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly.
You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly.